my dear creative friends, and welcome to this watercolor tutorial video. This is going to be a very quick and easy one, and especially when you're a cat lover just like me, this one's going to be super fun. We are going to paint this really cute kitty cat, and it's going to be super fun and super easy. And well, I painted this on a very small piece of paper. You can do the same, or you can decide to make it bigger. That's totally up to you. The point is, we are going to have some fun, and I'm going to teach you how to paint this cute little cat. And if you're new to my channel, then let me quickly introduce myself to you. I'm Sandra Hermans, and I'm a watercolor artist and illustrator from the Netherlands. And on my channel, I love to share videos with you in which I help you how to draw and how to paint. And I love helping you grow confident with your painting skills. And you can always come to my channel as well when you are looking for inspiration for what to paint and what to create. So if you like what I'm creating, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification. This way you get a message when I post new content and you're sure that you won't miss anything. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know what content resonates with you and what I need to create more of. So thank you for that, and now let's get started on painting this really cute kitty cat. Grab your paint supplies and let's go. Let's start with sketching the outline of this cute cat. So for this, I created this example, and you can pause video here if you want to look at it longer, or you can follow along with me as I am sketching this cat. So I'm always using an HB pencil on watercolor paper, because this way the pencil doesn't get too attached to the paper and I can easily erase it or lift off the pencil later on, so that in the end result of our painting you don't see those pencil lines. So you can follow along the example that I have put in the beginning of this video, or you can follow along with me, just what feels best for you. And I am drawing this a bit thicker than I would usually do, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. But I suggest that you sketch with as thin of lines as possible. And you can already add a few details, but not too many. Like you can draw in the place where you want to have the nose and the eyes, but we probably are going to paint over it, but then later on you know where to paint those. And with a soft eraser you can remove the lines you no longer need, and with a kneading eraser roll over your drawing to lift off the pencil. And now it's time for the fun part. We are going to paint in this cute kitty. So I'm using gray for this cat, but you can choose any color that you like. And as I mentioned before, I'm just painting over those places where I want the eyes and the nose to be, because this way it is easier for me to paint a solid watercolor wash. So try to stay within those pencil lines. You can use it as a coloring sheet and paint in those lines. Especially when it comes to the legs, you want to stay within those lines so you can add some different shading and those legs really stand out. So I'm using the same gray here, and at some points I'm adding a bit more paint on my brush to create more pigment. So with this we have created the light wash of this cat. So I'm adding a drop of water here and there, and you see it creates a nice watercolor balloon. And now it's time to move on to some details. So I'm painting in those ears with some pink. For this, make sure that your paint from the first layer has completely dried. Now with some indigo blue, I'm painting the nose and the mouth, and I like to add some toes as well. I like to give this cat some stripes, and I'm using gray for this, but with less water, so it's like highly pigmented as well. I'm using that for the shading as well. This is indigo blue, by the way. So now you can see it while I add some water and I brush it out, that the cat gets a nice blue shading. So I like to do this to give the cat some more depth. I'm using a very small round brush for this. Well, not the teeny tiny, but a small one. I think a size 3 or a size 4. So play around with this and don't forget to not touch the paint that is still wet, because then it will blend out. And then let it dry again to add some more details. I'm adding the fur, like hair on the cat, using the same small brush and some indigo blue. I'm just randomly putting in some stripes there and letting it dry again, and we're ready for the finishing touch. I always love to add some pencil to my watercolor drawings for some texture. This is completely optional. Perhaps you are already satisfied with this and you want to keep it a watercolor painting. That's totally fine. Otherwise, you can grab your pencils, pick up some colors that you like, and add some details. I like to have this cat really furry, so with some really light blue pencil, I am adding some hairs to the sides and really adding some nice texture at some places. Play around with this. You can add some stripes. Do what feels right for you. So I'm using some white as well for around the mouth and the nose of the cat. Now, with some white gouache and a small brush, I'm adding the details on the eyes and the nose. And with a black marker, I'm adding the whiskers as well. Now, if you like to, you can add some details, some extra things around the cat as well. So I am painting a few flowers here. So I'm using some pink and then painting some easy petals just like this. And then with some green, I gently paint a few strokes for the stem of the flower, adding some leaves as well. And then this cute cat comes together in a really nice and cute painting. So you see I'm dropping in some paint while the paint is still wet, and at this point I don't mind. It really blends in nicely. Adding some grass just like this. And again, this is completely optional and you can play around and use the colors that you like yourself. Adding a butterfly as well. And for this, we really need to wait until the purple paint is dry. And now we are finished. And it's time to sign your art print. You always put your name, your signature down your art print and celebrate that you have finished a really beautiful piece of art. Yay, so we are finished. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you had fun with the process. And of course, I would love to see your result. So please don't hesitate to post it on your socials and tag me at Sandra Art Studio and use the hashtag #CreateWithSandras. This way I can see what you created, but also other people can see it as well, and we can inspire other people to join in creating these really beautiful pieces of art. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do that now. And then you can see the next video that I'll be posting on my channel. I really love to see you there. So have a good day and see you in the next one.